Here are my battery-powered air pumps, and I went out and I got a few more. These guys right here, and basically I want to show you these guys. So a lot of, basically battery-powered air pumps are like about $20 from Amazon and LFS's, and they're generally these kind, and they take these big batteries. Now these are great and all, but $20 for an air pump, and then what, like $5 or $10 for batteries? It's kind of brutal. It's really brutal. And I'm not about that. So what I want to do is I want to show you these guys. These run off of 2 AA batteries, so a lot cheaper there. You can even get rechargeable AA batteries for not that much, so they won't have to cost you a lot if you do use them a lot. Now what these are made for is bait buckets, and Academy sells them. A lot of sporting equipment stores and fishing stores sell them in the fishing section where your bait buckets and stuff are. Walmart sells them too. These cost $4.96. This costs like $7.80 something cents. So under $8, under $5. Now I want to give you a comparison of how well these work. This is my one of my Panda Guppy tanks. So this one's a little, we're more familiar with this one. It's not a DIY sponge that I made. Basically, I'm gonna go with the small one first. And so we're off, hooking up the small one, and we're turning it on. Doesn't look too much different than when it was hooked up to the actual pump. I can tell it's less. So that's your small one. And basically I'm going to do some editing here for us so we can really compare. Small one, normal one. So it's obviously a bit more on the normal one, but that will absolutely run that. Now this is a 20 gallon tank. So let's go to our bigger one. All right, so time for the bigger one. It's working about the same as this one, to be honest. So there's a big one. Now we're gonna go back to the little one. So little one, big one, back to the little one. So I will say, it does look like this one puts out a bit more pressure, but this one will hurt just the same. They'll both do the job. This one probably does have more pressure. This will probably go a little bit deeper than this one. Now let's hook this up to a deeper tank. So this is my 55-gallon guppy tank with just a regular little air pump. That's like a 2060 air pump. Yeah, we have the same type of sponge filters in the 20-gallon. We're gonna see how these guys do. So for the small one first. That's the small one. So the big one is right here. Not using it. Here's our small one right there. We're good. See, it's not that. I promise it's not that one. There's only 2 air lines going in there, one of which is unplugged right there. So, I'll scoot back so you can kind of, well, come on now. Be a bit better as I mess with stuff. So now let's go hook up the big one. Alright, so the big one's going. I really can't notice a big difference between the $5 one and the $8 one. Now these are supposed to last, hours, 20 plus hours. 1 second. So let's see. Aerate's 8 gallons or 8 gallons, 1 or 2 decels. Aerate's 8 gallons. I don't know what that's about because let's not go what they off of what they say. But plus 44 hours. Package keeps pump dry. I don't know what that's for. So off of 2 decels, you go for 44 hours. And now off of this one, runs 20 hours off of 1 or 2 AA batteries. So basically, I mean, if you've got AA batteries, you're getting yourself in your fish tank through that power outage with no problems, at least on the air side, for a lot cheaper than you would have before, considering we now have a AA battery-powered pump for $5. I mean, buy 5 of these or 4 of these, and you just bought, you know, you just bought the price of one of those big ones that you would have got from Amazon. And not to mention how much money you're going to save using AA's instead of D cells, which are just ridiculous. That and AA's coming and rechargeable. I don't know how many times I can say it. So I'm going to hook up the AA battery one again, just to kind of compare. That, it's not, so I can tell you that is not as much as this guy. And I'm going to do some editing here, and we'll kind of compare one after the other. So right now we're going to start with the AA. Alright, that is the 2D cell one. And now we're going to go back to the actual air pump. I mean, you can obviously see the bigger the better on the flow, but we're going to go back to the AA after that. You can't say that won't operate a sponge filter, because it will, and it'll do it all day long. So anyways, we're going to go D. That is the D battery. That is the AA battery. And that is the actual 120 volt air pump right there, guys. Alright guys, so we're going to end it there. I really hope that that helps, and it saves you a lot of money for $5 in AA batteries. You really can't, I mean, you cannot beat that. And I mean, Walmart, so anyone in America or with a Walmart, go to the fishing section. Look for the bait buckets. I mean, they might not always be in stock, but $4.92, look for that. The worst comes to worst, I'm sure if your Walmart doesn't carry it for some reason, I've seen them at every single one. It's like their brand kind of product. It's not even their brand, because Academy has them too. And they're $5 everywhere. So if you can't find it at your Walmart, I'm sure you can order it and have it delivered for free to your Walmart. So $5, I really hope that helps you guys, and I really think it will.